you finally get to see what all the buzz is about. I introduced to you guys the 2025 VW ID.Buzz First Edition. Yes, the fully electric bus is here at Volkswagen Brandon in Florida. We have to go over the options, the features, the packages, and every other cool thing this new bus has to offer for the 2025 model year. With no further ado, let's check this thing out. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video where it's been nearly 10 years since we got the first ID.Buzz concept at the 2017 Detroit Motor Show. And now we finally have it here in the 2025 model year. It's fully ready for us to explore. Now, biggest shout out to Volkswagen Brandon for letting me take a spin around this ID.Buzz. If you guys want this model or any other model they have here on the lot, maybe that other ID.Buzz over there, make sure you guys check the link in the description for their website link, their phone numbers there, give them a call, see their inventory, get one of these beautiful cars today. Now, I know the first thing you're wondering, is there a front? Well, not necessarily. There is an opening where a front could be, but this is going to be for your windshield wiper fluids right up front. But since while we're up here, we should probably talk about performance, right? Because the VW bus never had their engine in the front, it was in the rear, and you'll see a styling design that will pay homage to that specifically. We'll go over that in just a moment. But what are we talking about? Well, this is the first edition. This has dual electric motors, 4-motion all-wheel drive that's going to give you 335 horsepower and 512 pound-feet of torque. Now your 0 to 60 is going to be around 6 seconds flat, and your top speed is around 99 miles per hour. Now, we'll talk about the EV range and everything in a moment here, but this, keep in mind, a 0 to 60 flat time in a bus that's 6,197 pounds is pretty impressive if you ask me. Now, when we mention those dimensions, we're looking at a total wheelbase of 131 inches with a length of 195.4 inches, a width of 78.1 inches, and a height of 72.6 inches with a total curb weight of 6,174 pounds. Now, here it is finally in front of us today, and this is the first edition. Now, for the VW Buzz for 2025, we have 3 trim levels: the Pro S, the Pro S Plus, and the First Edition. This is the launch model, basically the launch edition, that's going to give you the most options and features when it comes to everything that you guys see here today. So we got a lot to go over, finally seeing the bus right here in front of us in this beautiful energetic orange paint. Now, we also have candy white for the two-tone top that just looks beautiful, and the names energetic orange and candy white, this really is doing great justice and homage to the buses of the past. Now, first off, let's talk about the front fascia. You will definitely see some ID.4-esque IQ lighting up front, as you guys will see that we do have a big light up VW logo front and center. The IQ lighting light bar right there, LED straight into the LED headlamps as well, and the running lights there as well. We will have all illuminated for you shortly with that gloss black bar underneath to kind of give it a little bit more styling element. But as you guys will see, IQ light there, the orange reflector, because we're here in America, and everything carries over from the sides. It's such a seamless and flowy line that it's so continuous. It looks so good. VW has always been good at that, so that's why I feel like you get that ID.4 vibe out of that, and just this paint just looks so good. Now, keep in mind, we do have a functional grill down here for cooling, but you know, it's fully electric, so no engine kind of grill there, just cooling. And then that styling profile carries over to the side. As you guys will see, we do have a actual functional side vent as there, so you guys will see it come out of the wheel well. Now, with that whole front fascia setup, this bus looks so good, and we have so much to cover, guys. But what do you guys think about the front fascia? Now, let's talk about the side profile, because how retro, modern retro can you get? It looks so old and so new at the same time. I just love this. This is going to be such a neck breaker, but let's talk about it. 20-inch first edition wheels, because this is the first edition, so these are specific to this trim. Now, you will see the white wall with that kind of like gear look when it comes to the wheel styling, and that aluminum finish matching up front. You guys will also see the big VW logo there as well, and then we're set on Pro Contact TX10 Continental tires when it comes to the rubber. Now that paint looking so good, and a two-tone carrying over from the moniker all the way down the side. You guys will see our door handles up here. All right, and I gotta show you how the door opens because it's really cool. You see the gloss black with a mirror cap. You also have a window right up front here for good visibility. All right, gloss black there as well. Gloss black on the B pillar with the Volkswagen logo right there. The glass, yes, this actually comes back and you can use this as a functional window, which is really cool. And then you have the ID roof rack up there, white roof as well. Big glass roof. Let's see if I can get you up there. You guys see it? We'll talk about that glass roof because that's something new on a Volkswagen model you'll see as well. Now coming along to the rear, you guys will also see that we do have the spoiler here as well in white, the gloss black moniker on the side, and then these are a homage for the old buses, as they used to have the engine in the back, so they actually had ventilation vents here to help it breathe and cooling and everything like that. So they put that here as homage and a styling homage to the old buses for the Buzz here today. And obviously, first means first edition, so it lets you know that we have something special back here as well. I mean, but come on, what do you guys think about the side profile when it comes to the Buzz for the 2025 model year? When you see this, you're gonna instantly know that it is the new Buzz. Now, with that said, first things first, you see the shark fin antenna right up top in gloss black. You also see the integrated third brake light into the spoiler. Now, you also have your big windshield wiper here as well. And then you have the LED light bar, again, seamlessly flowing with this IQ lighting from the side profile, which gives it a really cool look. All right, then coming along, it's just very futuristic, what you would expect from 2025 out of Volkswagen coming from that whole group. Now you guys will also see the big VW logo right here, front and center, black and white. This is not illuminated like the front one though. And then you do have the ID.Buzz right there, moniker, looking really cool. License plate bracket will go here. 4Motion, meaning all-wheel drive here. And then we have some nice little kind of, I want to say, cladding that kind of gives us some styling elements when it comes to where an exhaust pipe would be. But obviously this is fully electric, so we just have our sensors and that extra styling cladding as well, with our reflectors down here as well, done in a vertical setup. Take a step back, check all of this out. Again, it's just such a cool look when it comes to this model. I love this thing. There's a lot we need to talk about when it comes to the Buzz and cargo space. Now, I can either press the button there or use the key fob to open up the tailgate. But we do have 3 rows here, and this is about the width of a Volkswagen Atlas when it comes to size, but it definitely looks like it makes great use of the space, especially with being electric, to where there's no drive tunnel there. So you guys can see you have lots of space down the middle when it comes to passenger space as well, which we will check out once we get back there. But 3 rows, and as you guys can see, all 3 rows are up. With all 3 rows up, we're looking at around 19 cubic feet of space. Now, if I were to fold this row down, well, then we go to a whopping 76 cubic feet of space. If I were to fold down the middle, then we're looking at a ginormous 146 cubic feet of space if we need it. That is insane. If we just have 2 passengers, 146 cubic feet of space folding down these seats. And to add to that, as you guys can see, we have a nice shelf here as well. And we have stowage underneath that. Now we can remove all of this stuff, which it makes it even better. But our shelf will have, look at this, little pockets for extra things like your charger or kind of cleaning products, anything you need like that. And then you just tuck it in just like that. So it's really cool. That's where our charger is. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. So I'm gonna pull that out so you guys can see how all that looks, but this can come out. So you can pull this out as well. Now another way to get down to these nice storage bins is to just lift up the shelf as well. So it's easy ingress and egress when it comes to moving these in and out. Close that up. I do have a 12-volt plug-in right here as well. And then, look at that, little integrated hook. I mean, come on, what didn't they think of when it comes to this model? Now, if you want to fold down the seats, you're wondering, these are not to fold down the seats. These straps are actually to pull them back up. You can guess that these are the ones that will fold down the seats, providing you with that extra space. Now, while we're right here, you guys will see that we have USB-C plugins for our third row passengers on each side, actually. So that's nice that it's not just dedicated to one side. And you guys will also see, check that out, cool little VW bus there. It's really cool how they do this whole thing with all the Easter eggs and how they just make this look really cool. Now, lift this up. Oh, actually, I gotta unlatch it there. And then lift this up, and there we go. We have it all set and dandy. Just such a cool setup, such a nice package. So fun when it comes to this thing. All right, now let's talk about charging. The taboo thing, right? But it's not that crazy as you guys would think. I told you we get around between 231 and 234 miles when it comes to range on this model. Now, that is just your normal range. If you're talking MPGE, you're looking at around combined city and highway of 80 miles, a city of 87, and a highway of 74. So if you went maybe 75 miles on the highway, you'll get a range of around 191 miles if you did that continuously. Your level 1 charging, which will be your 11 kilowatt charger, which automatically comes on board, will give you a 0 to 100% charging time in around 9 hours. But if you do the level 2 charging, which is the 200 kilowatt fast charging, well then you're looking closer to around 10 to 80% in 26 minutes. So keep that in mind. There's a couple of different ways you can do the charging when it comes to the ID.Buzz. And we'll do a whole video on the charging as well to show you guys how all of this works when it comes to pulling out the flaps and doing the fast charging and the level 3 charging. However you guys want to do it all, the regular charging, we'll show that off to you guys so you guys can see the whole process and see how easy it is to do. Now, as promised, I want to show you guys the beautiful ID lighting front and center on the new Buzz. As you guys will see, the Volkswagen logo that is illuminated here with the LED light bar seamlessly flowing right from the front into the LED running light, the switchback turn signal there as well with the amber IQ light there, and then the headlamp and high beams illuminated here as well, looking beautiful. Now we also have a turn indicator right here on the black mirror cap, and you can actually see that from the inside of the vehicle as they have a moniker there, but we can't see it from this second right here. And then the IQ lighting in the rear, as you guys will see, with the light bar going all the way across, again looking seamlessly, just flowy from one side to the next. What do you guys think about the lighting signature for the ID.Buzz? Now before we hop in, key fob time, we gotta show you guys the beautiful and premium key fob for the ID.Buzz. Now it's gonna look familiar like a lot of premium key fobs from the Volkswagen group, but you guys will notice with this gloss black chrome look, we also have physical keys on each side as well. So you guys will see both of these have physical keys just in case the key fob battery dies and you still need to get inside the vehicle. But look at this side, because we have a few extra buttons here when it comes to the back side. We do have our panic and lock button together, our trunk release button here, and our unlock button here. But the cool part is we can actually open and close the slider doors with the press of a button. Just like that, the slider opens. How cool is that? One touch, and it's one touch even if you press it manually. Now we're not getting in that side first. We're actually gonna go right up to the driver's seat to start, but I had to show that off while we have the key fob out. I can do both sides of the doors with the press of a button. Now let's hop inside of the ID.Buzz. This is one beautiful cockpit. Dune leatherette interior, orange inserts, wood trim, aluminum accents. Come on guys, 54 cubic feet of passenger space. We have the beautiful ID seats with that Dune leatherette and the orange stitching, perforated leather, the ID embossing there. These are heated, ventilated, and massaging seats. Check it out down here. Memory seat with your massage function right there. That's so upgraded for this premium Buzz. Now you guys will see the ID.Buzz moniker there, that little Easter egg, all right? Then you guys will also see pause and play buttons for the brake and gas pedal. Just such a cool thing. I mean, it's all the small things and all the Easter eggs that make this thing how cool it is. Now, when you step inside, you look at the door panel and you guys will see a lot of what we're going to be looking at when it comes to this model. So you guys will see that Dune color with the orange accents all throughout. Now this is like a kind of like a woven feel right here, where this is a soft touch leatherette, and then the woven feel right around here with the nice kind of like groovy, kind of grippy material there. The speaker grill here, we do have a Harman Kardon sound system as well. Some grips right here for extra storage. Open up the trunk right there, our aluminum door handle, and we also have one-touch buttons when it comes to our locking there, and our HVAC, and also our window controls. So if I press rear and I move these, I will move those small rear windows, and then if I press it again, it will move and open the front window. So that's different when it comes to the whole switch setup. There's two switches for all four windows. Now you also have extra storage down there as well. And then we hop inside. This is where it gets fun. Here we are. Smart sensors in the seat, so it knows I'm in here. It knows I'm in here. It knows when I'm ready to go because I put my foot on that pause button, all right? And then when I want to go, I put my foot on that play button and we're ready to go. We'll talk about that in just a moment. There's so much in here to go over. Let's first talk about what's right above us. Big panoramic glass roof, and if I were to press this, there's no slider, right? There's no, vent shade. How does that work? There's the chromatic glass. Press this or slide it, and you guys will see, look at that, it darkened. And then it lightens. Just by me sliding here, you see that? The color change? So it goes from opaque to, opaque to transparent. Yes, transparent. So then you can actually cover yourself and protect yourself from the sun if you wanted to. So that is such a cool feature on the glass. It comes standard on the first edition. I believe it's a $1,500 upcharge on other models. Then, where do we start? The steering wheel. This whole moniker right here is going to be very familiar to you when it comes to this setup if you know the ID.4. So we have our nice flat bottom steering wheel in this beautiful dune color. We have our haptic buttons on each side as well. So on this side, radio controls and our driver assistance controls. On this side, we have our voice controls, heated steering wheel. We can also change our radio station to where on this side, we can change up and down the volume. And then we have our menu controls here when it comes to our infotainment screen, or not infotainment, instrument cluster here, where we can change the information that we have here depending on how we want to display it. So that's another thing that you can do with the view button here and how you want to go left and right. Press OK and go throughout this. But this will tell you all the information you need to know when it comes to your instrument cluster and everything when it comes to driving dynamics. On the left-hand side, we have our lighting controls and our max front and rear when it comes to our HVAC there as well. When I said the HVAC here, that is actually for the mirrors there. So that's what I meant for that. And my apologies, I didn't make that more clear. But this is going to be for your front windshield and your rear windshield, and then your light controls there. If I want to turn on everything there, I can do that by just pressing front, or I can do auto and change different things as well. See, I accidentally turned on the HVAC. Good place to store coins and everything on this section here. This also is a telescopic steering wheel. Forgot to mention that. So you can actually go up and down here, move that around. We do have on this side our windshield washers. We also have our lighting controls when it comes to our high beams and everything, our parking lights there. We also have our rear windshield wipers there as well. Then on this side, you would think, well, if everything's over here, what's over here? This is actually our gear selector, all right? And we don't really have gears. I mean, it's an electric vehicle. So like the ID.4, drive, reverse, backup camera comes up, flick it up to neutral, press P for park. That's how we move along when it comes to this model, all right? So that thinks I'm in park, I'm ready to go and get out. So there you go. So it says goodbye on the screen. So again, it's something to get used to for some folks, but if you know the ID.4, this is going to be a cakewalk for you. Now that beautiful wood trim is along with the big flat dash, aluminum trim up top, the HVAC vents going seamlessly from one side to the next, closed off right here, opens back up over here, and then you have a beautiful visual when it comes to seeing the road here. All your radar and sensors and everything are in that hump there if you're wondering what the hump is. All right, this is just a cool view overall. Now we'll get to that screen in just a moment. HVAC here, hazard buttons here. Left hand side, really cool that this actually has two USB-C ports, but it's also a phone charger. Now this is not going to charge my phone because it's got my mount on here and my case, but if I set it here like this, it will actually charge my phone. But yeah, with everything I got on this thing, it's not gonna fit well and charge it well. But that's also a phone charger and holder there. Come on this side, you have grippies for the glove box, little extra storage there. And then right there, more room in the glove box as well. Come here to the center, we open up our doors right here, which is really cool, or you can lock the doors. You can also open this up for cup holders. What? This is insane. Now, we're not done yet because right up front here in the central console here, if I can get that open, look at that. Extra stowage here. We have no drivetrain, so we have a flat floor, so extra space here. All right. This has extra space up top here. I can actually unsnap this and move it to the rear as well. This comes apart, or a piece comes off, and then it moves the whole unit right here as well. This has extra storage right here, but these are actually an ice scraper that you can put wherever you want, and these lines up here to configure how you want. This one is a bottle opener. I mean, they thought of everything when it came to the ID Buzz. And with that said, the armrest here is really cool because it's like you got the captain's chairs in the middle, which we will be on in just a moment. It's just a lot to take in because it's just so much you can do with this thing. If you look up top, you also see with that electrochromatic glass roof touch thing, you also see the SOS button, the dome lights, floodlights, the settings and everything there. You also have a mirror with the visor here as well. And then 12.9 inches, this setup is crazy. Climatronic controls, so you guys will have the power off button, you have your climate buttons here, you can do radio controls here, and you also have your hotkeys on the bottom here as well, so your heated and ventilated seats, and however you want your climate controls dual zone there as well. Your profile and everything up here when it comes to GPS, phone, music, your vehicle, it's all quick hot functions to get to that stuff. This is your main menu, GPS, we can go here, we can go to phone here, go to music here, then we can add things as well as far as functions, if I had it all set up correctly. Your messages over here, your 4G time, all of that is here. It's just cool to see it all with the touch of a button. It's very responsive, it's so intuitive, and I mean, what a cool system to have inside of this. Cool ambient lighting inside of this as well. Vehicle, you know I like to go to a vehicle. Switch the ignition on, so I'll press on the brake. You can see the exterior lights, the mirrors, all that kind of stuff when it comes to this. I really like how they do this. The interior, which is really cool. So it's just cockpit. It's just cool. You can do all that ID light. So they make this really easy. I'm telling you, look at that, the smart glass settings. It's just, there's so much that you can customize and make your own. You're gonna have a blast even just pressing this touchscreen, going through the motions and seeing everything you can do with this whole setup. Charging is important, right? So they like you to charge 80% for daily use, 100% for actual road trips. So keep that in mind as well. You can do different optimizations when charging. This does have one pedal drive as well, so regenerative braking as well. You can do the start battery heating and stuff. So you would heat your battery before you go and, you know, do a fast charge to help it charge efficiently. All kinds of things when it comes to this. So when you go in your settings, your battery care mode and your e-route planner and all that kind of stuff, you guys are gonna love it. Definitely come check one of these things out. It's insane. I am completely in love with this interior, the technology, and everything the Buzz has to offer for the 2025 model year. Now step inside of one of the coolest vehicles for the 2025 model year when it comes to passenger seating. This is gonna be one of the best places to be as a passenger inside of this ID.Buzz. When we talk about space, in the rear seats for the third row, we're looking at 49 cubic feet of space, and in the middle row, 60 cubic feet of space. And you guys can see it right here. Before we even get in, check out the Easter egg. A little ID.Buzz right there, just sitting. I mean, that's just so cool. All right, it's just like the one that's in the rear, as you guys will see back there as we looked when we did the trunk. You guys will see the grippies to get in, but to also help you get in, straps right here, pull on that, raise yourself in, and you got 60 cubic feet of space. Look at this. This is amazing. And again, with no drive tunnel here, you have tons of floor space because it's an EV. Really cool there. We have storage pockets right here. We have storage pockets right here on both sides. Perforated leather for this dune seating. Same right here, perforated leather. The honeycomb look, orange stitching, the armrest. I mean, this is just a beautiful seat. And this is a heated seat as well. As you guys will see, our heated seat controls right there, our Harman Kardon speaker right there. We also have our window controls there and our USB-C plug and another speaker right there. If I should probably just show you on my side, right? Let's do the one touch close for the slider. Now you guys can see it on my end. Now you guys will also see that we do have a beautiful window here, which I'll get to in just a moment because this actually moves and functions. We do have our HVAC vents right here for our fans and our HVAC right there, looking beautiful. The extra storage down there, as I mentioned, right there in the door paneling. This is just a cool place. I mean, what more can you ask for? Now, before we get to the window, let's go to the rear. It's really easy with these captain's chairs. And I love that we do have this nice format as well with the first edition. I didn't even mention, you guys are probably wondering what that is for or what this is for. This is where this goes. Remember I told you this moves, I can lift it up and connect it here. I can lift it up from here and connect it here. Wherever it's needed, I can move this central tunnel. And then if it's up here, obviously I have it for extra space, so I can actually pull it down there and use it from here if I wanted to when it comes to extra storage or anything like that. But it's cool that these are the different sections. You can move it and depending on who's really using it. Now, coming to the rear, I said 49 cubic feet of space. That is insane. That is insane for a third row. Check this out. This is the third row. You saw how comfortably I was sitting in the middle. Look at how much room I have in the third row. This is nuts. All right, then we talked about the USB-C plugins, extra storage, speaker there, and then the soft touches on the armrest, done in that orange. All right, more speakers here. The nice little cup holder space here as well. And then again, got Buzz right there front and center. Same perforated leather seats. And the dune with the pattern. I mean, come on, this is awesome. So the window button that's down here, you will actually push forward and the window goes back and it looks really cool from the outside, which is what I want to show you. So we do have our handle here, one touch to get out. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like right here, because as you guys will see, one touch. And it looks like a hole cut out in the center of the bus. And it's cool because you almost don't even tell that it's there until you see a face poking out. Or maybe this is gonna be a great place for dogs to poke their heads out when you have a dog back here. And they're gonna love this thing to be able to open up the window and have some headroom. But this is just another cool feature of the Buzz that I just absolutely love. This thing is so cool. Let's break down the sticker of the 2025 ID.Buzz First Edition for Motion, because with this energetic orange and candy white exterior, 91 kilowatt hour battery and dune interior with leatherette, we're looking at a total price of $69,995 before our options, and our $1,550 destination charge was going to take us to $71,980. Now, how do we get there? We don't have much on here. The First Edition comes pretty loaded up. Basically, our energetic orange and candy white exterior paint, that is free. Our dune interior leatherette, that is free as well. We have a 2-in-1 240 volt and 120 volt mobile EV charging cable at $350, which definitely you're gonna want. Now, you also have the Volkswagen prepaid scheduled maintenance. It's only 85 bucks. And then you have your 3-year Electrify America Pass Plus membership, reduced charging. No charge for that. All right, and then you have the 91 kilowatt battery. That's it. Everything else you see here comes standard. Now, when it comes to performance, exterior, the First Edition features, the interior, and the safety and driver assistance with the technology convenience, that is everything you get automatically. Now, the First Edition features will be the 20-inch First Edition alloy wheels, the First Edition badging and exterior trim, roof rack base carrier bars, the set of 2, with the 2-tone exterior paint scheme featuring the candy white upper body, the panoramic fixed glass roof, electrochromatic smart glass, and also the heritage match with the premium woven floor mats. Those are your First Edition options. But everything else you need to see for this model, check the link into the sticker below so you guys can see this all in full detail when it comes to the VW Buzz. Now, also, I want you to know that you have a 4 years, 50,000 mile warranty, all right, when it comes to your limited car warranty. Now, you also have the high voltage battery warranty and everything like that as well at 8 years, 100,000 miles, and the preparation at 7 years, 100,000 miles. So it's all here on this sticker. Make sure you guys check the link in the sticker below, or sorry, in the description below, so you guys can get the full breakdown of this Buzz, everything you guys need to know there. So at $71,980, what are your thoughts about the 2025 VW ID.Buzz First Edition? Drop those comments down below. The Easter eggs, what did you guys love? The features, everything you saw here today, I want to know down in the comments about. If you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. But make sure you guys also check the link in the description for Volkswagen brand's website. See what inventory they have, their phone numbers there, give them a call, get one of these beautiful cars and these Buzzes here today. We got one right there, all right? Now, make sure you guys check the link in the description, but also subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss one video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.